Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we are back. Planning to talk about this week. Actually not. That's a lie. Still early in the year. Checked out this week. I watched the first two episodes of The Pitt. This is a new Max series. This just started on January 9th, actually. So this is the whole season it covers a single 15-hour emergency room shift at the Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Hospital, called the Pitt for short. This one's starring Noah Wyle, who I haven't seen in a long time, like in anything major. This shit is really good. It's wild. Like I said, so the entire season covers this one shift, and so each episode is an hour, more or less. And it's more or less in real time. Like, it starts with him kind of walking to work as his doctor, and you get a few moments of him walking to work, and then he comes in the office, and it just hits the ground running from there. And it's just like one emergency after the other. It's kind of ping-ponging all over. You're like meeting these new interns and everything else. Like, it was funny because I sat and watched it with my father-in-law. He was like, "Oh, I just listened to an interview about it, like on NPR." He used to be a surgeon, and he was like, "Yeah, they describe it like ER," and I was like, "Okay, like, all right, you want to watch it? Like, let's check it out." Yeah, it's nothing like ER. Like, ER is more like, oh, the personalities of the fucking doctors and who's fucking who and whatever. Like, nah, this one's like, this woman got hit by a train and degloved her foot. Let's fix her. And you're like, Jesus Christ, they're going to show it? Like,
I think something may have been lost in translation, because your father-in-law is a man who was born in India. And when he said it's like ER, your idiot American brain said, "Oh, like the TV show, derp, derp, derp."
A real fucking ER.
Yeah. He's like, really ER. Yeah. Like, no, what are you talking about? What, George Clooney? What?
Watch that shit. Get out of here. I used to live in this shit. It's good, and like the emergencies are they range from like, oh, it's kind of a funny little situation, to Jesus Christ, please take the camera off of this person. I really want to get out of here. Right? Like, Terrence, you'll appreciate this. There's a young guy who came into the emergency room on a gurney because he was riding on his electric scooter without a helmet and got into an accident. So, you know.
I had a helmet on, goddammit.
Topical, right? Wear a helmet, everybody, for what I'm going to tell you next.
Trust me, wear a helmet. Anyway, continue.
This dude got his face fucked up so much that, like, he couldn't breathe. Like, he was still alive or whatever, and they saved his life, but he couldn't breathe because I guess like shit had been smashed down, like his nose and everything had been smashed. They had to go in, and like the camera is shooting like, you know, straight ahead with him laying on his side, right? And they had to go in and they put their thumb in his mouth and pushed up, and you could see like this part of his face kind of click back into place. I was like, cool, could we go to the next thing? Like, Jesus Christ.
Good
They're Lord. Like, all right, like, dude. So that's a problem. And, you know, they fixed them up or whatever. But it's good. Like, it's intense. Like, if you like, it feels like like those intense episodes of The Bear for an hour every fucking episode. Like,
wow, great. Just a stress ball of entertainment.
Yeah. But it's good. It's a fun ride, like Heretic for me. Like so I enjoyed it, but it is good. Like, no good time.
Yeah. Well, this wouldn't be fun. This would be a nice, easy, mellow watch for you, right?
Yeah. Thinking about the books I read.
I thought this was fucking elite. I thought this was Pablo Schreiber when I saw the trailer. When you asked,
he kind of looks like it.
He looks like him
because Noah Wyle always was kind of a clean cut.
I haven't seen Noah Wyle in fucking 20 years. Man.
Exactly. Like, I was like,
he pops back up with a beard. Okay.
Yeah, but he's good in it. And the fucked up thing is this day is the anniversary of his boss because like I guess he's like kind of head of the emergency room now, but it's the 1 year or 2 year anniversary of his boss dying of COVID when they were dealing with COVID in the hospital. So he's like kind of fucked up because of it. So like that's kind of his bit of his arc. And they touch on it a little bit. I think it's in the second episode. They do a flashback to when they're dealing with COVID. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad this didn't take place during like COVID, because it would just be fucking too much. Like, Jesus Christ, they're like wearing the full PPE and all this other shit. But yeah, if you're into sort of like medical, dramas and stuff like that, this is good, and it's like really fast paced and shit like that. Like, I really like The Nick that was on Cinemax, which is kind of a similar thing, but at the turn of the century, where they were just like figuring out different surgical procedures, and that was pretty brutal in a lot of ways. But yeah, this is very, very good. So The Pitt, I definitely recommend it. So I think there's only 2 episodes out so far. Yeah, just 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. That's it. So fun.
It's like a 24 type thing where it's.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're an hour long, but it's pretty much an hour in real time. Like, they don't stop to be like, oh, let's have lunch or whatever. Nope. No. No. And it's so funny. There's a woman who starts, like, they've got a couple of interns and shit like that like they're trying to figure out their way in the world as the shift starts. And there's one woman, she comes on and she's like kind of a new doctor, and she's like kind of a Midwest, like, I'm so happy to be here. And one guy's getting off his shift. He was like, yeah, we'll see at the end of the shift if you feel that way. It's like, God damn. Like, and like halfway through, she's like, yeah, this is really fucking hard. Like, yeah, it's really fucking hard. Welcome, you fucking psycho. You shouldn't be doing this. So, but apparently 2 episodes are written by Noah Wiley. So I'm kind of interested to see what
he was in ER. He was on ER for
he was in ER.
Wasn't he?
Oh, was he? I never watched that show.
Oh, you've never? Yeah, he was on ER. He was one of the main.
Yes,
characters.
this guy was like, that shit was that was too much bullshit for me. I'm going to do a real show. So, or maybe he was a doctor in his spare time. Who the fuck knows? Yeah. So, The Pitt, it's very good. Check it out. Creature Commando season 1. That's right. That finished.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Finished.
I watched it as well.
All around, pretty solid. I think the half hour or 20 some odd minute episode structure didn't really do that show any favors, particularly the last episode. I kind of wanted a little more from each episode. Mm-hmm. The last episode in particular is the one that I have. It's very good, but I also, can pick it apart the easiest. What's that fish woman's name? Hold on. Nina.
Yeah.
She was literally only there to die. Like, spoiler alert, sorry. She was literally only there to die. Yeah,
she doesn't really have much in the way of powers.
Right. She can breathe underwater and is smart. Which stinks, right? Like, and I get it. Like, she's supposed to be the emotional anchor for the bride, right? But that character, and she was she was a cool character and very well written character, performed well, but honestly didn't need to be there.
Her story was tragic as fuck.
Yeah, her story was really, really tragic. But I think that's a trick that James Gunn uses. When he wants to ingratiate someone to you, she gets this really heartbreaking backstory. But like, if you think about it, like, why was she put on the team in the first place? Yeah, like, it's not as if her, and that's what I was wondering. Like, does she have any other powers besides like being a mer woman? Like, she didn't, right? Like, so it kind of sucks that like that character was only there to essentially get fridged. Yeah, and as far as we know, maybe she'll come back. But she was a very good character. I did appreciate her, but she didn't need to be there. I think the last episode tried to yada yada the ending a bit, like we're here and we got to hurry up and connect stuff, right? And it felt a little rushed. Normally with stuff like this, hints and breadcrumbs are left throughout the season, so that if you're paying attention throughout the season, you get that. And they tried to do that at like the very end, like, oh, she just happened to be walking in with this monster, and and you obscure the monster. Oh, but it's Clayface, and the last episode seemed rushed.
Yeah,
it got to where it needed to get to, but
if that one had been like 45 minutes. If that had been like 45 minutes, you're probably right. It probably would have benefited from that. Yeah, I mean, my biggest thing with Creature Commandos was I thought it was a good, like there are things that it does, to your point of like the little breadcrumbs thing, right? Like I don't know why James Gunn is gun shy, to not to not put a too fine a point on it. Why they're so gun shy of announcing that they're recasting Wonder Woman, it feels very weird to me. Like they were really upfront about Batman and Superman, but we're gonna do this Paradise Lost thing. They're replacing Gal Gadot. I get it. She's the first woman to play Wonder Woman in a movie. She stunk. The fucking universe is over. Why the fuck can't you just say that? Who the fuck cares? I didn't understand. Like, am I being like weird about that? Like, I just thought it was weird that they have just straight up announced Batman and Superman are being recast. But when it was Wonder Woman, it was like, we're gonna do this thing about the island, and like then they didn't want to say, and then they let you know that Wonder Woman doesn't exist in the universe yet in this show, like definitively. That's very weird to me.
I think
why are we defending it? She fucking sucks.
I think they're trying to mitigate. They're trying to mitigate the blowback that they're gonna because they got a ton of blowback when they cast David Cornsweet, and from the psychos who only started becoming fans of Superman when Man of Steel started, and
because they love that
movie.
Go ahead.
And people who are unnaturally obsessed with Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill, and I don't think people really took to Ben Affleck's Batman, and people are used to different people playing Batman.
Sure,
you know what I mean.
I get that.
So they're like, all right, whatever, right? Apparently, nobody gives a fuck about the Flash. More on that later. But everyone remembers that first Wonder Woman movie, and that first Wonder Woman movie was very good in spite of Gal Gadot. And
sure,
I think they're just trying to. I think they were just trying. You can't like, people don't like change, and you can't change everything at the same time for some people. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm a Band-Aid type of person. Rip that shit off. Get over it. Like, get out of here, Look, the universe is being rebooted. Like, Aquaman is Lobo now. Like, we're changing shit. Like, it's over. I just didn't understand that. And then to like weirdly be like, oh yeah, in this cartoon, by the way, Wonder Woman doesn't exist. Anyway, so we're just gonna move on. It's like, okay, or she hasn't been discovered. She hasn't.
Someone sent me something. I think it was Charlie. Someone sent me something. Some meme that some Snyder fan created. They were like, if Jason Momoa could come back as a villain,
I saw this.
There's hope for Henry Cavill. Maybe he could be Ultraman,
or General Zod. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You're being fucking weird. Okay, you're being
real weird.
You're being total weirdos. The reason that James Gunn brought Jason Momoa back as Lobo is because that's who he fucking should have been the first time. It was the world's easiest casting. It made all the sense in the world, and it fit his personality and his acting style. He's gonna fucking crush that shit. He barely needs makeup. Like, just fucking just like whatever you want to wear, dude. Just bring your own shit. Whatever, we got it, right? We'll put you on a space motorcycle. It's fine. That made sense, and I think he would have a lot of fun with that role. Henry Cavill is fine. He's fine. Okay, he is not an amazing actor. I like Henry Cavill. I have no problem with him. I don't need to suck his dick like you guys do on the internet every 2 minutes. Any fucking thing that's, hey, they're making a Warhammer movie, he should be in that. Hey, they're making a Superman movie, he should be in that. Hey, they're making a fucking, Poochie the dog fucking movie. Henry Cavill should play Poochie the dog. Like, and the planet that he was going back to. Get the fuck over yourselves. You're being weird. You're being fucking weird. And again, I like Henry Cavill. I thought they should have done more of those The Man from U.N.C.L.E. movies. I really liked him in that. I thought he was fun. Even though his co-star was a fucking cannibal, who was also very good in that movie. But yeah, stop being weird. Stop being weird. They're not going to bring him back. It's fine. And look, if they want to bring him back as a role, that's fine. But stop being weird.
It's funny. All these Henry Cavill fans really haven't been turning up to see his other movies.
It's funny that.
Like, yeah, because like Argyle, everyone hated, right? The
wasn't that
the
like a terrible
the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, which was not a bad movie,
It's fun.
did not
fun.
do well at all. I like that movie. It was fun, man. Now look, I like the director, but I thought it was fun. But like, it's just weird that like no one's turning up to these things. You know what I mean?
I think it's, look, in fairness, I don't know what the true reason is, but if I had to give like just a possibility, it could be that it's hard to walk to the theater after being on your knees all day. Then you just get tired. You don't feel like going to see a new Henry Cavill movie. You guys are being weird. You guys are being weird. Like I've never seen more grown men so bizarre about a male actor in a long time. And I grew up in the fucking 90s and the 80s, dude. We loved Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone, but we weren't like, they need to be in every movie always. Like, hey, nigga, he was in Superman. And they weren't even good movies. He was fine. Stop being weird. I don't think Corn Sweats is jacked enough as Henry Cavill. I'm sorry. Do you want to fuck both of them? Like, what is going on? I mean, maybe you do. That's fine, too. But, like, stop being weird, man. Stop being weird. All right. Topics this week. Speaking of being weird,
Millie Alcock stars as Supergirl in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And it is an origin story following her journey from Milan to Minsk. Following her.
Top tier, thank you.
Following her journey before traveling to Earth. Jason Momoa recently joined the cast, marking his return to the DC universe following his Aquaman stint, which was a good idea and concept, but, poor execution, in my opinion. I could just piss on it. All right, bro. All right. He will portray a different character this time around, the film's anti-hero, Lobo. Further cast include Matthias Schlussenschark and Eve Ridley. Supergirl is shooting at Warner Brothers Studios. Levinson? I can't read, guys. It's shooting. Where is it shooting?
Yeah.
In the Ukraine. Is it? Because it looks like Le Havre's Den.
No, I think it's Leavesden.
I think you're right. I'm just being a dick.
I have no idea.
The film is the second title in James Gunn and Peter Safran's rebooted DC universe following the upcoming release of Superman starring David Corenswet, slated to release June 26, 2026.
I liked her.
Harry Potter.
I liked her in House of the Dragon. I thought she was good.
She was fine. She has a interesting face. Like, there's something about it.
She looks like a child. She's a child.
She's like a real life anime character, like without the big eyes.
Yeah, I could see that. How old is she?
Is
12?
I don't know, but if you
24.
gotta ask,
I'm asking for. All right, sorry.
24. I just looked it up.
Relax.
But I know it's like she's older. She's not a child. She's 24, but she looks like a kid.
She has a very
she's
child.
supposed to be- she looks like she's 14.
Corn Sweat's cousin. Is that what her? Is that
Yeah,
what
Kara Zor-El is Kal-El's cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, when I look at these,
are Kryptonians Muslim? Kal-El, Kara Zor-El. Like it just.
I mean, they got bracelets and shit. Like, are they black Israelites? They might be Israelites.
Yeah, I mean, you might have something going there. I think that the way they dress on Krypton, at least from every cartoon I've seen, is very
historical documents. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm more than okay with it. I'm very interested to see what they do with Supergirl. I mean, comparing it to the original Supergirl movie, you can only go.
Yeah,
that is one of the worst.
Yeah, worse than that.
So, I'm not mad at that. I'm just very. I have never read Tom King's comic this is based on. Well, Woman of Tomorrow. I would like to read it because I'd like to. I've never read a Supergirl comic that I thought was like particularly interesting. But I think Tom King is a really good writer, so I may check that out because I'm interested to see how she's characterized in modern books, or at least from Tom King's perspective. So, all right, cool. Also, I'd like to see what Jason Momoa does. Just to play Lobo just like you played that last character in the Fast and Furious movies, because he was fucking awesome. He's a goddamn sucker.
Yeah, he was the best part of that movie.
Yo, these niggas really do look like Israel.
Yo, that's Superman's parents, yo. Like that's Superman's parents. Like
they look like they would be on 125th Street yelling at white people about not marrying black people or some shit. I'm trying to dilute the black race. Like, all right, relax.
Kryptonians are black Israelites, guys.
Yeah, it's true.
Supergirl 84. Does she look familiar? What else have I seen that chick that played Supergirl in?
Oh, the original Supergirl?
Yeah, in 84. The original terrible movie. She looks familiar.
Oh wait, you've seen that movie? Micah hasn't even seen that movie.
Yeah, I saw the movie.
No,
years
I haven't
ago.
seen that.
It's terrible. It's awful.
It is.
I recognize the actor.
Terrence sees everything.
It's weird. The shit that I
it's
can
Faye
remember.
Dunaway.
What?
No, that's not Faye.
Helen Slater, rather. Helen Slater. She Legend of Billie Jean, Ruthless People, City Slickers. She provided the voice for Talia al Ghul in Batman the Animated Series. Really?
Oh wow.
She was in Smallville.
Well, there you go.
Watch that fucking piece of shit.
Oh, okay. That's why I recently she was in an episode of Seinfeld. Okay.
As who?
Becky Gelke. Remember the episode where the chick hit the car?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she was the one. She was the one
in the wheelchair.
No, she was the one that he was trying to go out on a date with.
Oh, okay.
Because she hit her car, and he's like, "I'll pay for it." He's like, "You know what? You asked me on a date. You hit my car." He's like, "I didn't hit it. Somebody else hit it." And she's like, "Yeah, good job, nigga." And she hung up. She slammed the door in his face, and then Kramer ends up going out on a date with her.
Okay.
I know I recognize that face. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's the Good Samaritan episode.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That it should be an interesting. It's interesting that both the first two movies are Superman related and not Superman into Batman into Wonder Woman. Like it's cool that they're doing this in a unconventional way.
So Superman is coming out this year, and then Supergirl is coming out next year. So that's what they're doing as far as the movies are concerned.
Is Supergirl 2026?
Yeah,
that's
June 26, 2026.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, you got to use people.
26. But does that have some kind of meaning to it?
It's a number. It's a date you'll remember because it's 62626. That's it.
62626.
Captain America came out April 4th or 14th, 2014, or some dumb shit like that. It's just a date you remember.
4/14/14. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll see. Good. Yeah. Center this universe around these black Israelites. Enough of Batman. Right? Enough of Batman.
All right.
Next up. The director of the movie The Flash, Andy Muschietti, says that the film flopped because, quote, it wasn't a movie that appealed to the four quadrants. It failed that.
People with eyes? What the fuck are you talking about?
I think he means the four ventricles of the heart. It didn't appeal to anybody that had a pulse.
Fair enough.
Released in 2023, The Flash grossed $271 million by the end of its run, which is wild to say that this, something that grossed $271 million is a failure, but it was. It is not a small figure by any means, but considering the budget size and projected marketing costs, the DC blockbuster needed to double that figure in order to get out of the red. Muschietti said the reason The Flash couldn't recoup costs was because it failed to hit all four quadrants of moviegoer demographics: men over 25, men under 25, women over 25, and women under 25, despite Warner's best efforts.
So people who go to movies then is what you're telling
everybody. Didn't
right.
What you're saying is this movie. This movie's terrible, but I also don't like this movie, and it made $1 billion. Was that Captain Marvel made $1 billion, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, because
I would argue that didn't hit. Did it?
Yeah, but it hit its demographic. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So what is he talking? So what demographic is The Flash then? What demographic is everybody?
He's saying that his right. He's saying his movie was so bad that it didn't appeal to anybody.
Men over 25, men under 25, women over 25, and women under 20. That's everybody, bro. That's everybody. That's a very nice way of saying like it was a piece of shit. Like it was a piece of shit. Look, it was not.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you watch? No, Jay.
Yes, I saw this shit in theaters. I was fucking pissed.
Oh, you did? Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I mean, in fairness to me, I wanted to see how bad it was. Like that was when I was like, bring it up, put it into my eyes, and make me feel bad. It was not good. Like it sucked on just about every level. You got a little bit of an emotional scene there at the end. That was like some decent acting where he like sees his mom like, oh, pick the other can of tuna or whatever. And that was I guess important. I didn't like the cosmic treadmill scene. I thought that was fucking awful. My theater got a little bit of a pop for Nicolas Cage fighting the giant spider. That was kind of fun.
I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And how many people even know what it references, right? Like, they just saw Nicolas Cage and was like, whoa, the greatest actor alive. And it was like, yeah, I agree.
Context to this. Yeah, I didn't think it was very good. Keaton was fine. And he was kind of fun. But like at the end of the day, everyone was already sick of Ezra Miller. And then for him to be playing two versions of himself, I'm like, wow, there's double the amount of annoying people in this movie. That's really awesome. No, it was also just executed poorly. Everyone's like, I know the Snyder fans were like, oh, the Batman scenes were good. No, they weren't. It was bad. Like, go back and watch that shit. It was bad. It looked generic. It was boring. Ben Affleck looked fucking weird. Like, it just did not work at all. That first scene where he saves the character. That's bad. The CGI was fucking awful. Jesus.
Yeah, they put a baby in a microwave, didn't they?
As you do, right?
You got to save it somehow.
Right. I mean, it was just that CGI was really, really, really awful. So, no, no thanks.
The director is quoted as saying, "I found in private conversations that a lot of people just don't care about the Flash as a character, particularly the two female quadrants. All of, I mean, there you go.
The Flash television show was very successful. It went on way too many seasons than it needed to.
Yes."
But right now, what that movie needed to do was, instead of Ezra Miller playing two versions of the Flash, you should have got Grant Gustin to play the other version.
Yeah,
of the Flash.
That makes total sense, actually. Yep.
And that would have hit at least one, maybe two of those quadrants. The people under 25. People under 25 would, you say Grant Gustin's in this movie, they would have, and you got to advertise it, right? That can't be a surprise, right? Like, cause you got to get butts and seats.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that until you just said it. That actually is that's actually a really good idea. It's still, that movie was garbage, but it would have worked.
It would have worked. And it would have at least got people in there to see Grant Gustin on the big screen as the Flash.
Yeah.
So
I still don't think they've nailed that costume. I still don't think they have. It's the mask. The mask still doesn't look good. It doesn't. It looks bad. Like, it still looks bad. It's like too hard. Like, it's a difficult thing to do, right? Like with Spider-Man, they do that thing where it's kind of a hard shell to keep the structure proper. But his face is fully covered, so it still works. But because you can see the Flash's eyes, I don't know. Like, somebody is going to have to figure that costume out better. Like, the suit in it of itself looks good, but like the mask, I don't think they've nailed that yet. So I look forward to it.
People make it. I'm looking at different versions of a live action, Flash from Grant Gustin and from Ezra Miller, and the Ezra Miller one is bad because it's too much like a helmet.
Yeah,
and it at least with Grant Gustin, at least in his later years, I guess, they had the chin strap, so it all kind of fits, right?
Right.
But with Ezra Miller, it just doesn't. It's a little too like Batman like, in that it's just empty down here, and they are not blessed with the chin to have that kind of mask.
Yeah, like, and the rest of the suit looked dope. Like, I'm not mad at the rest of the suit where it's got the electric lines running through and stuff like that. Like, that actually looked quite good. I don't like the helmet look of it. No. Also, I need
John
somebody who
Wesley's
knows how to run.
Mask looks pretty decent.
Yeah, his did.
It's too bulky. That's what it is.
No, his mask, not the suit, just the mask itself.
That's what I'm talking about. The Flash mask is too bulky.
Oh, yeah. In general, yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
Well, the problem is you need a head shrinker to come in there. You need a witch doctor to come in and shrink people's heads so that they can fit it in the mask. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of who has a similar.
Like, I would look like a bobblehead if I put that shit on.
No, you know what I mean? I could just. They got to revamp the whole fucking suit. They're like, we need new materials. Like, how are we going to make this? I'm trying to think of who in like the MCU has a similar design that they could try to copy. I don't know.
I mean, they tried that one time in the Avengers, right? They tried that one time in the Avengers, and he looked like a blue condom. He looked like a star.
No, he looked like
condom.
A fucking penis. He looked like a goddamn penis. Captain America looked fucking. They couldn't wait to get that fucking mask off of his ass, and that.
Right.
He in the middle of a fight. Take his helmet off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Right. It don't make sense, but take it off. Like, he's got the fucking condom reservoir on his head, yo. Like, just rip the shit off. Yeah, and get everybody pregnant with these action scenes, nigga.
He looks so bad. Like, like, looking back at that, I'm like, I remember when that first image came out, you're like, oh, what is this? This is what this nigga's gonna look like. He looked dope in the first movie. Why'd you do him like this? But then then Winter Soldier, they were like, nah, we got to figure it out. Like, our bad, sorry. And then they figured it out. But you got to do better on that helmet, man. Like, that helmet design for the Flash is fucking terrible. Like, it just doesn't look good.
And the reason it worked in the other movies is because it's detached, right? Like, maybe that's it. Maybe because the Flash helmet is a cowl and it's attached to the suit. Like, it just doesn't work. The only Captain America suit where his head looks weird is the one in Avengers where it's all blue and it's attached. And then they took the shit off and made it a helmet.
Yeah. Then you know what? Maybe that's what you just do. Like, you just kind of run the suit up. Like, you give him a little bit of a collar type of shit, right? To give the mystique of it being one piece, but you get like a little line where it's like, no, this is clearly a fucking helmet.
Because that's what Sam Wilson's suit in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks weird, right? One, because like he's wearing a harness for his face, but the top of his head is exposed, so
right, like
he's
still get shot
like in the head, nigga.
Right, like it's to expose in case they want to give him the standard video game black eye haircut. Like, it just pops out.
Right, right. And but it was all connected, you know,
which looked awful.
And it was just bad, man. And then they got rid of that shit. And like you said, they gave him a high collar.
Yeah, I think that's the way you got to go. And in the new one, he's got the fucking Wakanda fucking super helmet that comes on, and that shit just vanishes. Just do that. That's superhero, whatever. Who the fuck cares? Like, who cares? Just do that. Or just
Doesn't
CGI.
The Flash have his suit in a ring?
Yeah.
How does a helmet fit in a ring?
Well, and that's the thing is, and that's the, I mean, logic, right? Like, it because it's all one suit. It doesn't, you know, it there's no hard piece to it. So I don't know. Somebody with some real design skill can come up with this, but what they got going on, that ain't it. I don't even
put that shit on. How do you put that on? Like a hospital gown, right? You step into it and then try to zip the back up. Or is it like a onesie where you get in it and you zip it up the front, but you don't see the zipper? It's a slow news week, guys. You're getting Seinfeld as tangents here.
I'd like to think that one of the currents of like electricity running up the front, that one is just solely there to keep you from noticing the zipper. He's like, nah, this is the design choice. Like, nigga, I see the zipper. I see it. It's right there. Yeah, because it's got.
The suit exists in the movie. So how did that nigga get in the suit for the movie? You know, unless the suit is CG.
No, he got. So it's got a big ass zipper in the back. Yeah, he's like, cut. Can you zip me up real fast? Like, help me out.
And then they put a piece over it so you don't see it. But you can't do that when you're a superhero. You ain't got time for all that shit.
No, you got.
How the fuck does that work? How do superheroes be getting in their suit? How does Batman get into his suit?
Oh, he come out at night. He's like, he gotta get dressed first.
That nigga takes 30 minutes to get ready.
Yeah, Batman never just goes, oh shit, and then he runs off and gets into a phone booth. He's like, wow, this is a real crime. I'll see you right around sundown. I gotta go home. I gotta put my shit on. I gotta put the mascara or whatever over my eyes. So you can't see it and shit, and then I get out there.
He's a fucking diva. That nigga takes an hour and a half to get ready.
He's a fucking billionaire. Yeah, he's an asshole.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Like, nigga, we're suffering during the day.
That's what prep time is, guys. I got to put the fucking mascara on my eyes so that nobody knows that I'm a white guy. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Like, what's the reason? Well, if I don't do this, I just look dumb. Like, that's it. I just look dumb. Just do the white eyes. It makes you look like a fucking psycho. It's the best look. Yeah, I don't like that Flash design. It's that helmet sucks. All right, let's move into more topics. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's it for you. More topics. Donald Trump will be president here in a couple of days, which is fucking awful. But he is already starting to show how much of a punk bitch he is. Donald Trump threatens Comcast in a rant over Seth Meyers' late night show because Seth Meyers is a comedian and he makes Donald Trump feel sad. Trump wrote in a tweet, "How bad is Seth Meyers on NBC, a network run by truly bad group of people? Remember, they also run MSDNC." I got stuck watching Marble Mouth Myers the other night, the first time in months, and every time I watch this moron, I feel an obligation to say how dumb and untalented he is. Merely a slot filler for the scum that runs Comcast. Wow. These guys should be paying a lot of money for the right to give the. Wait, what? These guys should be paying a lot of money for the right to give these in-kind contributions to the radical left Democratic Party or Democrat Party. It's Democratic Party. You fucking never mind. These are not shows or entertainment. They are simply political hits 100% of the time to me and the Republican Party. Comcast should pay a big price for this. This nigga is mad because they're making fun of him on a comedy show. That's what comedy shows at night do. They make fun of people in power. I'm not sure if you've ever watched a comedy show in the last 40 fucking years. So, yeah, look for Comcast to get sued because Donald Trump got his feelings hurt. Because he's such a tough guy, everybody. That's Seth
He's
Meyers.
a pussy, yo.
Yeah. He's a total pussy.
Like, Donald Trump is one of the biggest pussies on the planet. I think he gets his feelings hurt every time he gets made fun of.
He's very thin.
Again, I've never seen him laugh. And like, again, you wouldn't get made fun of if you weren't so easy to get made fun of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody gets made fun of, but like you make it incredibly easy because you're an idiot. Not very bright. The people that voted for you aren't very bright. Yo, are a bunch of fucking idiots too. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I know this is not a political podcast, but you're a bunch of morons. You're dumb if you voted for Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck what reason it was for. You're an idiot. But yeah, he's.
Please continue.
That's it.
But I love that.
Yeah.
Like he
More
won.
on your race.
I mean, yes. Yeah, I mean, they've talked about like pulling the network's FCC license. Like this is what we're doing.
How?
You're gonna. I mean, he could. He could have the head of the FCC revoke their license. Here's the thing. What's going to be on TV when you revoke all of the channels that make fun of you? What's going to be on TV, bro?
Fox News.
He will come for you.
Television? Yeah, Fox News. That's it.
I mean, he'll come for them too when they're not doing what the fuck he wants them to do. This is some punk ass shit. Like, yeah, people.
I mean, this is literally what we make fun of North Korea for. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah,
pathetic. It's really pathetic. So
yeah, this is
that's really sad.
Also,
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it.
How did he get stuck watching it? That means someone around you is watching it.
Yeah, one, you're lying. Two, to Micah's point, someone around you like, nah, don't change the channel. Which tells me Melania was like, I like this show. Put it on. I like when he makes fun of you, you dumb bitch. And he's like, yes, ma'am. Because she's his dom, okay? She is. She is. Nobody wears leather boots in the middle of the day. Get out of here, lady. So, yeah.
Speaking of Melania, isn't she on here on a visa?
No, she's a citizen. Yeah, she
how did she get it?
Yeah, she got an Einstein visa.
That's woman, not the HB1 visa.
That's not an HB. I don't think that's an H1B visa. It's H1B. A type of visa, but I don't think it's the same as an H1B. But yeah, she got an Einstein visa.
Oh, it's an EEB1. Okay.
Yeah, because she's brilliant.
Employment-based immigration.
Yeah, she was fucking. She was fucking for cash in the United States. Allegedly.
Okay. All right. Well,
I love he calling other people all sorts of terrible names. Like, yo, we can see pictures of your wife's pussy on the internet. You can. I'm sorry, yo. Like, and I think she's free to do that. I'm not mad at it. I think it's just weird that the first lady you could just see pictures of the first lady's vagina on the internet.
Oh shit!
to paraphrase, what was that one fucking dude? What's the rapper? Boosie, right? Then he was like, put your lips on,
Put your pussy lips on, so I give you $1,000.
Yo, that nigga is
Pussy
crazy.
lips on camera. He's a dickhead.
Put your lips on live. I'll give you $1,000. And Melania was like,
shit.
I will be best.
Okay. Be best.
Yeah, they paid her $40 million for her fucking memoir. What is it about?
Ooh.
Amazon did. They paid her $40 million. Paid her $40 million for her memoirs. Yeah, they're gonna make a movie out of it.
Insane.
Where is she from?
Transylvania?
Yeah, it's one of those.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's something like that. It's Slovenia. I grew up a small Slovenian girl, and then teenage girl, then prostitute, then high class prostitute. I meet American prostitute buyer, get married, first lady. Yeah, that's her story. Do we need to pay $40 million? I just told you the whole fucking thing. Oh, I put my pussy on live and made $1,000. Who cares? Who cares? Do your thing. I don't give a shit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. God, stop bending the knee to fascism. Yo, you're giving this woman $40 million. She was a fucking European prostitute. Jesus Christ, what are we doing right now? It's fucking insane.
Oh my God.
It bothers me. It really bothers me.
It's really insane.
It's insane to me.
Wasn't visas? Isn't what's his name? Vivek Ramaswamy an anchor baby?
Yes.
We found that out this week, right? Because his mother wasn't a citizen until after he was born, and his father is still not a citizen.
Still not a citizen. He was like, "Nah, fuck the U.S. I ain't leaving."
He said the U.S. can suck my dick. So yeah, that nigga's an anchor baby.
Yeah.
He's not a real citizen. Well, he was born here. So.
Donald Trump's in-laws became citizens through chain migration, a thing that he wants to get rid of. So, okay.
Anyway, I know
Donald Trump's kids they're all anchor babies, are they not?
Well.
Yeah, all of them are. So, yeah.
Anyway, Donald Trump threatened to sue Seth Meyers.
That's fucked
all
up.
His kids, all his what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids from 3 women.
5 children.
Those kids.
Yeah, they're all anchor babies, except for Tiffany, right? Because Marla Maples is she's an American citizen, but yeah, the rest of them from Ivana, she wasn't a citizen either. Garbage, the whole fucking family. Get them onto a spaceship and throw them into the sun.
Oh man!
Speaking of a person who could ride on that spaceship, Neil Gaiman, famed author. Micah, you really like Neil Gaiman's work, so I assume you are going to justify this. That's how that works, right? Make it make sense.
Nothing. You know, it sucks because I really like American Gods. It's one of my favorite books, but this is nothing surprises me. When I saw that, Neil Gaiman, noted nice guy, is a bit of a not nice guy. Yeah, nothing surprises me. Nothing. I wasn't heartbroken. I wasn't oh fuck yeah. Nothing surprises me, yo. You know who else was a noted nice guy? Joss Whedon, right? That guy was supposedly very oh hey, I put women in the forefront of my stories, so let me touch your titties or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he did, but you can't people.
That's a wild opening line. I put women in the forefront of my stories. Let me touch your titties. Oh, okay, sure. No problem. You're a nice guy. Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So multiple women have accused Neil Gaiman of sexual assault in the New York Magazine cover story.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking about appearances.
these stories are a fucking problem. He apparently struck up a friendship with. Okay, it says one of these women, Scarlett Pavlovich, was 22 when she first met Gaiman's ex-wife, Amanda Poehler, in New Zealand. They struck up a friendship before Palmer asked Pavlovich to help babysit her and Gaiman's 5-year-old child.
Yeah, you said that name 2 different ways.
Did I? All right, one of them's got to be right.
Pavlovich?
Is it Pavlovich? I have no idea.
Maybe a Pavlovich. Either way, I would say Pavlovich.
All right, well, you're the fucking foremost expert on white people. You got it. They and your family.
You got to know your enemy. That's all I'm saying.
And relatives. Don't do that.
Well, allegedly.
So apparently he offered the woman, he was like, why don't you take a bath? They go, what? That's weird. Right off the rip, that's odd. He offered her to take a bath in a clawfoot tub in his garden.
Nigga, wait.
Nigga, get out of here. Don't get in that tub. They got cameras. Yo, come on, yo. That's weird. Now I've got a clawfoot tub in my garden.
Really specific. I got a clawfoot tub that we can take a bath in together. I'm like,
in my garden. Why is it in the garden, though?
The fuck?
Why? Him and his wife fucking that tub.
Maybe he was a big Quincy Jones fan. Secret Garden.
Oh, okay, thank you. I was like,
a very popular song amongst our community.
Anyway.
So she got in the tub.
Yeah, she did. She thought it was a fucking Cialis ad. I'm being a dick. I denounce and reject myself. She alleges that he then joined her in the tub naked, asked for her to sit on his lap, and then sexually assaulted her.
I'm reading some of these quotes.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to get there because, yo, I'm sorry. What?
Wow. Hold on, man.
That second paragraph hits like a fucking sledgehammer. Like right below the related stories. Like, you could just not put that there. Quote, he put his finger straight into my ass and tried to put his penis in my ass. And I said, no. Yeah, that sounds about right. Then he tried to rub his penis between my breasts, and I said no as well. Then he asked if he could come on my face. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. And I said no, but he did. All right, I didn't read that ahead of time. He did anyway. He said, call me master and I'll come. He said, be a good girl. You're a good little girl. Now, this nigga needs to be thrown off a boat, yo. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, yo, you gotta go. You gotta go. This is insane. When it was over, he called me slave in order for me to clean him up. All right. Enough. No, I want to fight Neil Gaiman. I
didn't know it was this bad, yo.
No, I didn't either. I want to fight Neil Gaiman.
At what point? Okay, all right. I understand power dynamics, all that other shit. At what point do you just punch this nigga in his nuts, right?
Repeatedly, yo.
The job, I know you need the job, you're babysitting or whatever, but like, yo, come on, that's crazy.
No, you gotta fight back. You gotta, like, I'm trying to kill him.
Like, no, and then he's like, nah, you getting punched directly in your nuts, and like probably repeatedly, like you said.
I can understand. I can understand.
I know. It sounds like I'm victim blaming, but
right,
like
we're not victim blaming.
Crazy story, dude.
It's just we want to see Neil Gaiman get kicked in the nuts. That's it. That's all. We're not victim.
Yeah, no, it's the violence we crave here. Like, right. No, that's fucking insane. I literally can't read any more of that. That shit makes me mad. That's just nuts, dude. Like. Normally, like, the standard, and I'm not saying it's somehow better or whatever, but like the standard is, yeah, they say something to you that's not cool, or like, you know, you're trying to play grab ass or something like that. But like, this isn't even close. Like, this is not an argument of like, well, maybe no, yo, come on, you gotta go.
What the fuck?
You gotta go. Like, this is fucking insane.
I'm reading the rest of the shit. This is
the woman
crazy,
claims.
My nigga.
The woman claims this continued for the remainder of the time she babysat for the family, including an instance where he allegedly attempted to have anal sex with her using butter as a lubricant.
Wait, this is the same woman?
That's
quote, when it was over, he called her slave and ordered her to quote, clean him up, the
Yeah.
article reports. Continue quoting, she protested that it wasn't hygienic. He said, "Are you defying your master?" She recalls. "I had to lick my own shit."
See, this is like, again.
Now you're allowed to. You should have tried to kill him.
This is the point where I'm like, yo, there's only. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I ain't got nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. I can't. This is like that Vince McMahon shit, you know, right? Like he was doing some wild shit with Shorty, and she sued because like he ain't pay her money, right?
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, you gonna pay me?" And he was like, "No." And she's like, "Well, we're about to blow your whole spot up." No, man, this is crazy. Like you.
No, I want to.
Y'all gonna say I'm fucking victim blaming, but like I would be like, "There's no fucking way, dog. There's no way. That's crazy. You got. I'm gonna stab this nigga. Yo. I'm gonna stab this nigga."
Now, you know what? I'll be right back. I'll go right into the kitchen and I'm gonna murder you in this fucking tub right here. Like this is
representatives for Gaiman told the Tortoise podcast that, quote, sexual degradation, bondage, domination, sadism, and masochism may not be to everyone's taste, but between consenting adults, BDSM is lawful. Nigga, is that's your response to all this?
That's the wild response, dog.
That's the first thing you say?
That's a wild response.
That was BDSM between consenting adults. Was
she consenting? Because it doesn't fucking sound like it.
Doesn't sound like it, right?
Like if you have a consensual BDSM relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't have to be into it. Like I don't want to be beaten on like slavery. Like nah, I'm good. But if that's what you want to do, that would be totally fine. That's not what this sounds like. This very much sounds like somebody who is using his fame and his power to just step onto this woman, step on like over top of this woman and just do whatever fuck he wants. That's not fucking acceptable. That's not acceptable.
Says, though the New York Magazine article states that all the accusers had at some point played along by calling him master as he desired and continuing to communicate with him, the women alleged that consent and specific BDSM activities had not been discussed and agreed upon prior to them happening. So it does seem like they did have a little bit, like they weren't ready to go to the extremes that he wanted to go to, but at some point they played along for a little bit. But then that nigga went crazy. Look, man, I don't know. Again, some of this
that's a fucking
ain't no motherfucking way.
That's a hard line. Like that's a really hard line to run. Like if you had sort of a sexual relationship with him, and again, that's not victim blaming. I'm just saying as it's being reported out, right? Like that's
what they said. They said that they did have we went along with it to some degree. So
right. That's difficult. Yeah. That's difficult as a reader to be like, did they just feel it went too far? Or, like I don't know. I'm not in a BDSM relationship. I've never been in one. So like I don't know. It's not again because slavery. You're not tying
I don't want to be right again. Like you're not tying me up. No,
not like this fucking creep.
Let me tie you up tonight. Nah, don't do that unless you want to get kicked in your fucking throat.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Don't do that. Nah. Yeah, what's your idea of a good time? Well, we're going to get on a boat and take a long trip. Yeah, that feels a little historic to me. I'm good. So yeah, I'm not into that, and that's again, I'm not judging it, but I'm not going to kink shame. But my thing is, as a reader, that's difficult to understand. It's not difficult to understand, but it's difficult to discern where the lines are because you don't know. But that being said, as it's being reported, if he's just hopping in this tub and he's just like fucking doing all of this fucking terrible shit to this woman, that's just unacceptable. Like, period. It's just completely unacceptable. And it sounds pretty fucking awful. But again, I hope that it is accurate to how it's being reported. That's what I'll say. Because it's a big matzo ball to put out there if that's not exactly how it went down. But I'm certainly not on the Neil Gaiman side. I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because this sounds fucking horrendous. It just does.
I agree. I'm not necessarily going to give him the benefit of the doubt if it comes all that, Nah, yo, I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt because history has shown that, like,
That's a bad
It's
idea.
not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not, yo. And look, this is just another instance of like, one, don't meet your heroes, right? Don't hero worship people, right? Like to begin with.
All right, you'll watch all that Henry Cavill shit. Relax.
But
Right.
I mean, like he dated a 19-year-old at one point in his 30s.
I mean, look, we live in a giant glass house, my nigga. Like, how old is Jerry Seinfeld's wife?
He dated like a teenager way back in the day.
Oh
Yeah, nigga, his wife. Like his wife. That's the.
Oh.
Yes. She was mad young. Jerome was out here wilding. Yeah, yo, it was like, it was getting a little cuspy. I was like, Jerry, you are.
Oh, she's only 53. He's 70.
Oh, and he's 70.
Yeah.
What is that, a 17-year difference?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How old was she when they first started dating? She wasn't 50.
But she was born in 71. So
yeah.
What do y'all feel about the whole art versus artist thing? Like, I can still appreciate things even from
separating art from artist.
Yeah, I can. It all
depends on what the artist did.
Yeah, thank you. It does.
That's what it is. It depends on what they did. Like, I haven't listened to an R. Kelly song.
I won't.
No, I can't because all his songs are about the shit that he did.
Right. That's you can't. Yeah.
That's why I can't do it. I can listen to Michael Jackson, right? Because Michael Jackson ain't making like alleged pedophile songs, right? I could still read American Gods because American Gods isn't about making a woman lick her shit off of his dick after he stuck it in her ass.
I mean, I guess the question is like, people are gonna have to go back and read his books. Like, is there a little bit of the like weird BDSM?
I mean, like maybe, yeah.
Like, is it? Because then you're like, oh, you ruined it. Yeah, I think it matters in what they did and the severity of what they've done. Sexual assault's really fucking difficult. Like, I mean,
no, this wasn't his wife. I'm looking up. He dated some girl named Shoshana.
How old was she?
Lone Stein. She was 17. He was 38.
Yeah, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Yo, that's not good, that's wildly unacceptable.
She was born in 75.
That's wildly unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's
she ain't even 50 yet, dog.
17.
Yeah, that's not good. She was 17 and he was almost 40. Yeah, that's not.
What y'all got in common? Yeah. Henry Cavill was out there with a like 18, 19-year-old. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, man. So people, that's not good. But he didn't marry her. You know, should have been dating a 17-year-old. That's fucking weird. But then again, what you have to understand is like historically, there's nothing wrong with it in this country. Honestly, I would never do that weird shit. But historically, it's not a problem.
It's still going on right now. Republicans are the ones who keep stopping them from banning child marriages. I would just like to point that out as a statement of fact. They do. Right.
So, like, older men dating younger women, I mean, you know, the Virgin Mary was 14. You know,
your whole religion is...
Your religion is based off fucking, you know.
A young girl sticking to her story. But anyway, I mean, it's true. Did you do it? No. All right.
Nah, yo. Immaculate. That was wild. That shit's crazy, dog. That's bananas. How the fuck?
No.
But anyway,
magic. This is magic.
I think, like, historically, worldwide, it's not an issue. So,
no, it's not.
I think it's weird. Like, because again, like, what the fuck? Weird. But you can have children at 14 years old. So that's all that matters to men, right?
Don't touch my kid. I'll break your phone.
I mean, we also had
we also fucking kill you, dude. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I don't get it.
Some dude was like, "Hey, I'd like to date your daughter." I'm like, "Excuse me?
You'd like to do what? How old are you? 27?
Get the fuck
off my fucking porch in the next 5 seconds. I'm going to shoot you.
I'm gonna break your fucking knees with a sledgehammer. Get the fuck out of here, Jerry.
Right, Jerome.
This nigga's 37. Man, if you don't get your old ass on, out of here. Don't you have your first prostate exam you need to go to this afternoon? Get the fuck off my porch. Get the fuck out of here. That's just insane.
That's so weird, man. I don't
37
get it.
to 17.
Yeah, that's a 30. That's a
Yeah, I don't even. When I was 37, I don't even want to talk to a 27-year-old, let alone a 17-year-old. Get away from me! You're annoying. Yeah, Neil Gaiman needs to be excommunicated from Hollywood. Like nobody needs to adapt anything he does. Nah, that's over.
And the thing is that all of these women are like significantly younger than he was when he did.
So it's a power
18, 22, 18, 24.
Ugh. So this is what all them Harry Potter fans feel like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, come on, man.
God damn it.
Like, not my faves. Yes, your faves.
Your faves too. You gotta know less about
people. Are just
power, man. Absolute power
weird,
corrupts
man.
absolutely, right? Like,
how old is Neil Gaiman? He looks old.
He's white, so he's probably 35 years old.
How old is he? He's 64 years old. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you gotta go away, dog. You gotta go away. And this is not a you gotta go away for a year. You gotta go away. You've made enough money. Just get the fuck out of here. I don't want you to write any more books. Just go away. Man. Yeah. You gonna read any more of his books?
Probably not. I mean, I say that right now, but like, no, probably not, man. Like I read American Gods. I really, really like it. I read Good Omens, but those are the only ones that I really, and I read Anansi Boys, but those were the only ones that I really liked of his or read. But nah, I got a backlog. I'm good. I got a whole backlog of books. I'm good, man.
Yeah, you got some J.K. Rowling's in there. You got R. Kelly biography. You got plenty of things to read. Don't even worry about it. Yikes. Some Orson Scott Card, right? Yeah, it's just easy.
That motherfucker, yeah.
He's a fucking piece of shit, too.
Jesus Christ.
Like, could you just not? All right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. We're going to slide from horrible to hopefully less horrible. Micah, take it away.
A bigger, more venomous species of funnel web spider is discovered.
Australia.
Bingo.
Easy peasy.
The man who found this species recommends giving them a wide berth and says they give copious amounts of venom.
Man.
A larger, more venomous...
This is centimeters. That's centimeters.
It's probably centimeters because, Australia. A larger, more venomous species of one of the world's deadliest spiders has been confirmed by Australian scientists, nicknamed Big Boy because people in Australia apparently are not creative. It can grow up to 9 centimeters, which is 3.54 inches in actual measurements, compared to 5 centimeters or 1.97 inches for the more common Sydney funnel web. This particular spider is a lot larger. Its venom glands are a lot larger, and its fangs are a lot larger. That's a lot of larger. That is a spider expert named Kane Christensen.
He knows it's so good, but he's an expert.
Kane Christensen sounds like a spider expert. With the name Kane Christensen, with no A's in that Christensen, by the way. It's all E's.
Weird.
Sydney funnel webs are known for their fast-acting, highly toxic venom, but luckily, the same anti-venom is effective on bites from the new species. Mr. Christensen first discovered Big Boy in the early 2000s near Newcastle, 105 miles north of Sydney. It's officially been named Atrax the Destroyer. I don't know. Oh, yeah. This a picture of the guy? Yeah, he definitely looks like a spider expert. who should
Like his
be
name is Bjorn.
Yeah, he looks like a spider expert who should be executive producing Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Nah. But my wife can't wait to travel again with the boys when they're old enough to remember it. So, but she's like, look, I never want to go to Australia ever. I was like, not even Sydney. She's like, nope,
no, it's a big ass fucking giant funnel spider web in fucking Sydney, Australia. You don't want to see that shit.
I mean,
if I would have taken this,
you might find them in a garage or in a bedroom or somewhere in the house where they might have wandered in during the night. Because of course.
No, thank you.
Yeah, because people in Australia live on the fucking ground. This image of this spider, if I'd have take my laptop upstairs right now, I need a new laptop. She'd have broke the shit.
Throw that shit out the window.
Quick question. Micah, has your wife finished Severance yet?
Yes, she has. She has finished it, and she is ready.
Did she enjoy it?
And I wish I would have recorded it. She gave me a formal apology.
Oh, very nice.
For not getting on it sooner. So
okay.
I said, all right. Now, the good news is she finally did it. The bad news is she can't wait to watch it with me, which means I gotta wait for her.
Now, here's the thing. It starts in 3 days, the new season, right?
Yes.
17th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my father-in-law just came to visit, and he's never seen any of Severance. So I'm going to do what is necessary in these types of situations, which is cheating. So I'm going to be streeting this entire season and then rewatching it whenever my wife gets around to it. I believe in streaming infidelity. I will not apologize. I got to get my shit off. I do what I have to do. And no, I do not need permission. This is not an open relationship. I will be cheating. No, get out of here. I've been waiting too long for this show. I'm moving forward. I was going to ask, the reason why I asked, one, because I wanted to know if she actually liked it. And I was going to make the joke if she was still like not quite enjoying it. I was like, oh, she just starfishing it. Like through this series, she's just laying there, just watching it, not doing anything.
On the phone, not paying attention.
Are you even enjoying this? I'm working so hard. All right, Terrence, you're up.
Okay, well, a woman writhes in agony as sex toy dragged through body during intense MRI scan. I don't even understand.
Is it a butt plug? Like a metal one?
Looking at this MRI, yes, it is. The post claimed sex toy had been pulled through the patient's body and into her chest cavity.
Oh, it fucked up everything.
Major injuries. A woman was left with severe injuries after a sex toy she had inserted was pulled through her body during an MRI scan. The 22-year-old patient had placed the butt plug in her back passage before undergoing. Why did you?
It's called a butt plug. Just say butt. Why are you going with a euphemism?
No, why would you put it in there right before you know you're going
right before an MRI?
MRI.
They
Unless
asked
you put
you,
it in
like,
there
yo,
and forgot about it.
When you get an MRI,
look. I've never used
jewelry,
one.
Your belt, all this other shit like that.
Your jewelry, your belt, your butt plugs.
Hold on a goddamn minute. Maybe she forgot. Look, I've never used one. I don't care if you do. That's fine. There's no judgment. I feel like I'd assume that you wouldn't forget. I just in the sense.
I don't know.
I don't know. She put it in there in the morning because she wanted to, later on in the day, I don't know.
As you do.
Getting it ready. Yeah. And she may have forgotten. And she's like, oh shit, I have an MRI on the same fucking day.
Just take it out.
Yeah, I got to go to the bathroom real quick. give me a minute.
Maybe she thought they wouldn't see it.
In an MRI? Does she not know what the fuck an MRI is?
I mean, she's not smart enough to take a metal object.
Right.
I don't know about you. I don't know about you two niggas, but I don't think. First of all, I don't think you can just do it like a pop-in MRI scan, right? Oh, I gotta go. You know what I'm gonna do today? Go get an MRI.
Yeah,
because
just go to the clinic, get an MRI real quick.
Yeah. You don't just
Go to the
don't-
patient first and get an MRI.
Right. That's not something that you do. Now you may be able to do this in other countries. I don't know, but yeah, you don't do that as the fucking day trip. You know. So she knew she was getting an MRI that day. So why did you put the butt? Whatever. Anyway, let me continue this. However, the item reacted dangerously with the scanner because it's a magnetic resonance in. Okay. Everything, all right. Causing it to be dragged from her.
My nether
rectum
regions feel very uncomfortable, but continue, please.
and up into her. However, the item reacted dangerously with the scanner, causing it to be dragged from her rectum and up into her body. MRI scanners utilize powerful magnets to generate detailed images of the body's interior, which are then used to diagnose conditions and plan treatments.
I imagine when they turned it on, it started spinning like the fucking Tasmanian devil.
First of all, like this thing is it has wings on it, to keep it from, to going up your. That motherfucker just like, wow.
Right, it has a flared bottom for a reason.
Right. However, the item reacted dangerously. The women believe the sex toy was made entirely of silicone, but it actually contained
that's why she kept it in.
Oh,
because she didn't think it would be a problem.
She didn't.
That feels like a mistake.
Yeah, well, an image of the sex toy being pulled through the body has been shared online, leading to warnings about wearing metal objects during scan. Well, they tell you that shit before you get in the machine.
Take your rings off.
They literally tell you. They tell you to take all that shit off. Good Lord.
She got that thing.
But she thought it was silicone completely. So, But again, why did you have it? Like, because it would have shown up on the machine, not less.
You know why? She knew. No, you know what? Because she wanted them to see that she had a butt plug in. Like that was the point.
Yeah, she wanted.
She
wanted to. She didn't like post it on fucking Twitter. Like, I got an MRI with a butt plug in my ass. See?
Yep. And now you got your guts rearranged for real. It's not just a saying.
Good Lord. The woman believes sex always made entirely silicone, but it actually contained a metal core. Twitter user DreadPirate0 posted a picture in May last year, captioning, "Never wear a butt plug to your MRI appointment, my God." Yeah. The post claimed the sex toy had been pulled through the patient's body and into her chest cavity, resulting in major injuries, reports the Mirror. For an MRI.
She didn't die.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Radiographers typically check whether patients have any metal objects on them. They tell you, like, if you do, take it off, like we've said several times. The patient at the U.S. hospital, well, I already told you where it is, whatever, reportedly did not disclose she had a sex toy inside her and believed it did not contain any metal. A report filed for the July 4th, 2023 incident shared online stated the patient had been left screaming after undergoing the MRI scan. Yeah, she fucked her shit all the way up.
Does it tell you
US
the
Health
state?
Department report? No, it doesn't. Probably Florida. Because
a very Floridian
a
situation.
U.S. Health Department report obtained by the Mirror detailed the shocking incident, stating patient was screened for an MRI and did not disclose that she had the butt plug, blah, blah, blah. Tech was pulling the table out of the patient, started screaming. When the MRI was over and the tech was pulling the table out, the patient started screaming. I can't imagine, man. I can't imagine just ripping your fucking intestines up.
Yeah.
It went into your chest. How?
Jesus Christ.
It's a magnet.
I know, but like your intestines is like it's just winding through your whole stomach.
Yeah, it could have broke straight
up in her chest.
It could have tore holes in.
She survived that shit.
I'm surprised. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised she didn't go septic and die. To be honest.
The incident is among several severe MRI-related accidents in recent years. Notably, in January 2023, a man accompanying his mother for an MRI scan was inadvertently shot in the abdomen.
Yeah, I know this one. Yep.
When the machine's magnets caused his gun to...
Yeah, this dude...
that was probably also Florida. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, this dude refused to not to not be strapped in the room while his mom's getting an MRI.
Nigga.
Like, who's coming in after you, bro? You gun nut? Like, and now you shot yourself. Congratulations, you dumb fuck.
Idiot.
Yep. You
Wow.
Everything you got. Good. My story is fucking weird. Disgraced official sabotaged son's relationship so he could marry his girlfriend. This man made headlines in November of last year when he was issued a suspended death sentence with 2 years reprieve for accepting $17 million in bribes, issuing illegal loans of $450 million during his tenure as a chairman of a bank. But he previously became known for his love of young women. After divorcing his first wife, he remarried 3 times, with people remarking that his wives got younger and more attractive each time, culminating in the controversial 4th marriage to his son's ex-fiance. By the way, the money I said it in U.S. dollars. That does not necessarily mean it's in the U.S. Just saying. He apparently went in and like basically broke his son up with this woman. Like after a few days of meeting his soon-to-be daughter-in-law, this man started pressuring his son into breaking up with her, claiming she was not from a good family, and all she coveted was the benefit of their fortune and influence. The young man tried to convince his father that he was wrong, but the dad was unrelenting, and he eventually buckled under the pressure, agreeing to end the romantic relationship. And then a couple months later, dude was like trying to like hook up with her, and then he did. And so like he set his son up so that he could like not be in the way by setting his son up with one of his friend's daughters. He used his connections to locate his son's ex-girlfriend and began showering her with gifts like expensive jewelry and luxury products. It was only a matter of time before the young woman fell into his arms. 6 months after breaking up with his fiance, breaking up with that dude's son, they got married. So that's how that dude rolls.
China.
Micah?
Well, you made that U.S. dollars comment, but I think you did that because you fucked up. So I'm going to say U.S., but if it's not U.S., then India for some strange reason. I just feel like...
1, I didn't fuck up. 2, you're a racist for that. It's not India.
I was going to say India, but then I was like, they have like arranged marriages and shit like that. Right?
Yeah, they do. They have love
marriage. Yeah, well, this sounds like he arranged this thing.
So where was it?
It was China. Yeah, this dude is a real fucking scumbag piece of shit. So,
Christ, man.
He's like, yeah, your girlfriend's hot. You should break up with her. Let me slide in. And he did. Yeah. So, unfortunately, Lu Liang, he couldn't enjoy his 4th marriage for very long, as that same year, someone reported him to the Commission for Discipline Inspection, and his legal troubles began. He later had to resign from his position and eventually was tried for corruption.
I just clicked on the story. And I see this first image. AI art is dumb.
Is that AI? Is it AI? It's hard to tell with the sun's expression.
I hate it. I really do. I really hate it, man.
Nah, this is a real Asian family. Like this is everyone's got perfectly smooth skin, and that kid's like, "Stop stealing my girlfriend, Dad." He's like, "Oh, don't worry."
I fucking hate it, man.
That's good. All right, trailers this week. Before we get to that, there was an IMAX trailer for Captain America: A Brave New World. Doesn't show any real new footage, but they dropped adamantium like by name. By the way, like that is the thing that everybody is hunting after, which I thought was cool. All right, trailers this week. A Working Man.
I hear it in Stone Cold's voice every time I say it.
Yeah, exactly. Man. He needs a cameo. He does. He should.
Yeah, he better be there.
Jason Statham once again plays a nonchalant regular guy, a beekeeper or a construction worker.
Have either of you watched that movie?
I've seen about half.
No, but I heard it's actually really good.
That's a good No Time to Bleed episode, guys. Just throwing it out there.
All right.
I'm just throwing that out there. No particular reason.
Never can tell. Yeah, and it's done by the same team that did The Beekeeper, apparently.
And
apparently
wrote it.
Is it David Ayer?
David Ayer, yeah. He wrote The Beekeeper.
So this movie
is to stay in this lane.
Yeah, just do these.
Fun, man. Yeah.
But it's about see if you've heard this before. It is about a mild-mannered regular guy who
from England.
Yeah, from England, who befriends a group or certain minorities, and those minorities he sees as family. Said minorities have bad guys attack them for some reason. He steps in, and lo and behold, he has some amazing abilities, but he's just a regular guy, and he wants to keep quiet about it. A particular set of skills, and then he heads around the world fighting and beating people up. And this time to save the daughter of the people he works for, who are good people. And it's looks very violent and pretty fun. So yeah, A Working Man.
I'm here for it. I like The Beekeeper. This is the same goddamn movie, only he's a construction worker this time. Whatever.
Is he going, is he going through all of the different characters in the Village People? Like
the blue collar universe.
I'm a beekeeper. I'm a construction worker. You'll be a cowboy in the next one. That's fine. Micah, your thoughts on A Working Man?
Look, man, if we're gonna have these white savior movies, I don't mind Jason Statham being the white savior. I like that guy. I like that guy for a very long time. But it's just kind of weird, you know? Like this random Englishman
who's working apparently in New York. He's just a fucking construction worker.
I'm just
in the Bronx, nigga.
I'm just a working man. You know, your family, you took care of me, and I'm grateful for it. So I'll do anything for you, including murder a bunch of people to get your daughter back. Thanks, bro. Like
thank you.
And it's like, it's like, oh, they're. This isn't just a kidnapping; it's human trafficking, and you know, the rich are involved, and politicians, and I'm like, all right, we got it. This is, you are a working man. We understand.
It's like we get it, David.
In Hollywood, and you know, they wouldn't put out the original Suicide Squad cut. Like, why are you saying that? No reason. David Ayer's a genius. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Good. Kill a lot of people in the movie. I will watch it. And David Harbour is in this as a blind Hawkeye. So, all right, that's cool.
Is he playing a Russian in this too? Did that guy have a Russian accent?
I don't think he had a Russian accent.
All right, because like I'm kind of, sick of David Harbour, guys.
Oh, I did not like that episode of What If that was featuring him and the Winter Soldier. I stopped watching it and didn't finish the season. I was so fucking.
Did you finish What If at all?
I didn't finish season 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was about to say, hey, we haven't. I was literally just thinking we haven't talked about What If, but then I thought, well, he probably didn't finish it.
I don't think it's very good. How about that? I don't. I don't think you need to make interconnecting stories. I think that's dumb. I think it's dumb. Like, and I wish they hadn't leaned on it only taking place in the MCU. I think that's also stupid. Just do a bunch of What If shit based on stuff in the Marvel universe. That's how you can introduce totally new characters. Like, I hate it that they just stuck it into the MCU. That felt It felt like you made it too small, yeah, and you didn't need to. All right, more dad TV. Reacher season 3. Look, I don't even know what the fuck is really going on. Reacher just fucking smacked the guy's head against the table and then drank some coffee. Great. Can't wait to see more of this. He's apparently going undercover, which is the dumbest thing for a guy his size I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, Jack Reacher undercover doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I got a train ticket. All right. I like that he's our first like autistic hero. Like I appreciate that about him. They found someone
wasn't the
physically
accountant autistic in that movie, right?
Oh, the
that
accountant
kind of was the whole point of the movie.
Yeah. They're making a second one of those for some reason.
Are they? Is it Ben Affleck? He was the accountant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, good for them. So yeah.
This looks fun. Like, look, I love this fucking series.
It's great.
Silly as shit.
I haven't seen season 2, but now that
I know season 2,
you should watch season 2. By
yeah, now that season 2 is out of fucking hand.
Now that season 3 has a release date, I'll do what I did the first time, and I'll watch the previous season. So,
yeah, the ending of season 2 is so insane. I got a train ticket. Like, okay. Everybody else is like, yeah, I got all this money. This is what I bought. You're weird, and I'm a new toothbrush. Yeah, but he's just a big fucking dude shooting and killing people. All right, again, say less. Perfect.
This dude wants to be Batman.
I mean, he's a big motherfucker.
I think he's too fucking big, dude.
Yeah. Hey, who's Batman? It's that guy, dude. He's the only guy in town.
He's walking around as Bruce Wayne, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're kind of big, ain't you, nigga? Like, goddamn, billionaire playboy, big ass motherfucker. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah, you need someone who can blend in a little.
I don't need my billionaires to be 6'3", 275 pounds, yo. I don't need that. Like, it's crazy.
Yo. I need Batman to be a ninja, yo. I don't like this idea of big Batman, yo. Like I just don't.
No,
I
think the size of what's the name is Batman is a reasonable size for a person. Like he doesn't need to be like, hey, we need to take parts of the door hinges off to get this motherfucker in the room. Like too big.
The Batmobile needs gold wing doors because it can't fit in a regular car and shit.
Is it because it's cool? No, nigga, I'm just too big. I'm just too big. I can't fit. Last but certainly not least, Companion. This looks great. This looks really, really fun. This is from the makers of Barbarian. Micah, did you see Barbarian?
I very much enjoyed Barbarian.
Okay,
I appreciated the swerve in the first act,
and then in the
because those guys are creepy, right? Like those brothers are creepy, and they look like what you assumed would happen. And I really like it.
Yeah, so this one, Companion, is a I love how they wrote this. This is from New Line Cinema, the studio that brought you The Notebook, and an unhinged creator of Barbarian cordially invite you to experience a new kind of love story. So the idea of the story here is that this guy bought like a sex robot, and
maybe.
See, that's my thing too. Like maybe
we don't know. We don't know.
And the robot is like, yeah, I'm just gonna start fucking this is murdering people. And he is trying to escape as this robot is trying to kill him and probably everyone else he cares about. But yeah, knowing it's by the people who made Barbarian, yeah, my guess is she is not a robot and she's pretending to be one, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, this is the woman from Heretic, by the way. The one who gets killed.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this is another fun ride for her.
Yeah, I mean, this actually does look fun.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm this like this. I would watch this in a theater. I'm seeing what specific day, I can go, oh, I get paid that day too. Yeah, I'm going to the movies that day. Maybe I can convince my wife to go with me.
It's got a lot of blood in it.
She says she's all right with blood. She ain't good with blood. She's good with like she's not good with violence as much as she thinks she is. She's good with like James Bond PG-13 level violence, not, I'm wearing a blood bib all over my neck and shit. Like, nah, you ain't down.
Look,
but I'm not gonna tell her all
that. Are you just gonna let's just go see it?
Yeah. It's from
don't watch the trailer.
It's from the studio that brought you The Notebook.
It's a lovely movie. Let's go watch it together. I would just like to point out at 38 seconds, it says, quote, "It was one hell of a ride." See, they be knowing. Yeah, this looks fun, and it's got the dude from The Boys. What's his name?
He plays Superman.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Yeah.
He's the voice of the cartoon, right?
Yep.
Weird. That's not the guy I would think. But then again, we didn't think the voice for that Batman animated series was going to work. It absolutely did. So
yeah, it really did. Shocked.
Never can tell. All right. Any other parting statements here, gentlemen?
Nope.
All right. Okay. We will see you guys next week, hopefully for some much needed news. All right. Later, guys.
See you.